Frosties. Guys, this is a copycat recipe for the Wendy's Frosty, and if you've not made it yet, you are missing out. It was so much fun, so easy, and thank you, Mama Cat, my second mom, for giving me the recipe so I could share it with all of you. Welcome back to In the Kitchen with Tabby. Let's get cooking. All right, who else is craving a Frosty besides me? I think Frosties are good anytime. I did this on a live recently, and so I wanted to actually do it on a video. It's hard to turn a live into a video to put on my website. So we're gonna make this really quickly and show you guys how to do it. I've got a lot of new followers anyway, so just want you guys to see 3 ingredients. This is gonna be so fast and so easy. You do need an ice cream maker. I have one that's an electric ice cream maker, but you can use the old-fashioned one also. Now I'm only doing a half a recipe because I only wanna make a half gallon. If you wanted to make a full gallon, you would use this whole half a gallon of chocolate milk. Now this is the premium milk chocolate milk. You want the whole fat. You don't want to use skim or 1%. You got to have all the goodness in there. So I'm only going to use half of this, but the recipe as it's written on the website will be for a full gallon of ice cream. So I'm just doing a half recipe today. So we're going to pour half of this into my bowl. Just going to kind of eyeball it here. A little bit more. That looks about right. And then we're going to use half of a container of the, where's my spoon? We're going to use a half a container of the Cool Whip. This is an 8-ounce container, so just a half of a container. And again, if you were doing the full recipe, you would use the whole tub of Cool Whip. Okay, so half of the container of Cool Whip, and a 3/4 cup of condensed milk. And this is a partial can, so it's not a full can. So I'm just using a partial can of the condensed milk, and it should be about 3/4 of a cup. So a full recipe would be 1.5 cups of the condensed milk. And I'm just putting all of this in my mixing bowl, and I'm gonna use a whisk, and we're gonna get it all whisked up. Get it all mixed up. All right, now we're just gonna give this a good whisk. You wanna get all of those ingredients combined really well. Doesn't take very long. Just want to incorporate that Cool Whip with the chocolate milk and get that condensed milk mixed in there really well. And it's going to look like that. Just a nice creamy liquid mixture. I'm going to get my ice cream bowl out of the freezer. I'll be right back. Here's my ice cream bowl. So we're going to set this down in our ice cream maker. I'm going to turn this a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Now I'm going to pour this in here. I might have a little bit more than I can fill this with. I might have to do 2 batches, but it'll make about a half a gallon altogether. Yeah, I'm going to stop there. Then we're going to put our top on. We're going to make sure that paddle is pushed in there really well. Set that on. And then we're going to turn it on. And it's going to do its thing. It's going to take about 20 to 25 minutes. So when it's done, I'll come back and show it to you. I'll be right back. All right, friends, it is done. So I'm going to turn it off, pull this off. So I'm just going to take a little spoonful out and show you the consistency of it. So you can see it's not like ice cream. It is exactly like the consistency of a Frosty. I don't know what makes it do it, but it's what it does. And it's so good. All right, I'm gonna pull my paddle out here and get this off of the paddle. It is just perfect Frosty consistency. Now I'll tell you where I got this recipe. It is not my own. I got this recipe from a sweet, sweet lady named Kathy Nally, and she is like another mom to me. She loves Kentucky Wildcats, so we all call her Mama Cat. That's her nickname, Mama Cat, because she loves Kentucky Wildcats. But her husband and my daddy were both in the Marines together, and they had 4 daughters, and we had, of course, 7 girls in my family and 1 boy, and so we were very good friends. And after we all grew up, we would sometimes go to the Santa Claus land in Santa Claus, Indiana, and we would go there and we would rent like campground and RVs and stuff like that, and everybody would, bring their family, and we had so much fun. And Mama Cat always made the Wendy's Frosties. So this is where I got the recipe, and I'm so thankful for it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour this into my bowl here. Come over here with me so you can see. I've got one more batch to do, so I'm not going to clean out my bowl. Look at that. I put my bowl in the freezer so that my mixture would stay really good and cold. So I'm going to give this a good mix. And we're going to pour this in here and let it finish making the rest of it. All right, I'm going to get this one turned back on. That's going to finish out that section. And I did say I was craving some, so I'm going to have some. This is my set of glasses I told you that matched the Cubits bowl that I bought at Streamcliff the other day. I had a set of 6 of these, and I love them so much. I also have little juice glasses in this same pattern, and then I have other glasses in this same pattern, in this same style, that are teal, orange, and green, and I love them. I love every one of these glasses, and we use them all the time. I always say, if you've got something really nice, why keep it in the cabinet and not ever use it? Just like, why not get out and let God use us, right? We don't want to stay under a basket. We want to shine our light. So I love using these glasses whenever we have anybody coming over or special friends coming over. Or sometimes I just use them when it's me and Dale and I want to elevate the meal a little bit. So, all right, I'm going to get some in my glass. Here we go. The only thing I'm missing is some Wendy's French fries. And I think I said this on the live video. I'm waiting for Pringles to come out with a Wendy's Frosty flavored Pringles chip. I think that would be so good. You guys, this is so good. Hands down, my favorite homemade ice cream / Frosty. It is absolutely delicious. I hope you guys make it. I hope you have some fun in the kitchen. That's it for today's video. I appreciate you coming into the kitchen with me, hanging out, spending some time. I sure love having you here, and it just is so much more fun cooking whenever you're in the kitchen with me. Guys, I love you so much. Please remember, God loves you even more than I do, and He longs to have a relationship with you. Remember also that He is the unseen guest at every dinner table and the silent listener at every conversation. So just make sure those words, I keep it right here in my kitchen so I never forget. Proverbs 16:24, you want to make sure those words are pure and sweet like honey, because they are sweet to the soul. Guys, if you're watching on Facebook, remember that you can find the link to this recipe underneath this post. It'll be in the comments. If you're watching on YouTube, it will be in the description. So click on more and it'll be right underneath there in that full description. You can also find it on my website, inthekitchenwithtabbi.com. And I am in the process of still moving all those recipes over to a blog format so that you can actually make searches and search for recipes. We're getting close. We're almost done. So I appreciate your patience. Right now, that blog format, you'll see it under recipes new. That's where the blog will be. And then the next section says recipes, and that's the old format. So I'll keep that old format up there until I get everything moved over onto the blog. All right, guys, that's it. I sure hope you enjoyed it, and I sure hope you get in the kitchen and make yourself a Frosty, or just make something fun. Get your kids involved, get your grandkids involved, get that next generation excited about cooking. All right, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.